by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
President Trump is making it clear that his stance on immigration has not softened, while congressional Republicans spent the weekend putting a new immigration bill together. I'm Hanadoba with the latest ahead.
Gallatin County and Bozeman commissioners are at odds ends. I'm Adair Spab, and coming up, I'll let you know why the county doesn't think it should have to pay for certain road repairs.
Good morning. Our top story this morning, the government says it knows the location of all the children who have been separated from their parents under the Trump administration's zero-tolerance immigration policy.
As CBS's Hanadoba reports, the president is not backing away from his hardline immigration stance.
On Sunday, the president tweeted that the U.S. cannot allow all of these people to invade our country, and with no judges or court cases, bring them back from where they came. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren responded to the tweet after touring an immigration center in South Texas.
A woman comes here with her 4-year-old son and says, I am asking for amnesty. I have been threatened by gangs in my home country. We should at least give her a hearing.
Some Republicans, too, question the zero-tolerance policy.
It certainly was done in a ready, fire, aim way.
The policy separated more than 2,000 children from their parents before President Trump signed an executive order last week. The order detains families together while parents wait for a court hearing. A Texas charity that helps border crossers says 32 parents separated from their children were freed yesterday after authorities withdrew criminal charges. Annunciation House says working with the government to now reunite those families will be difficult.
And they're not going to be able to talk to their children, and actually they're not going to be able to talk to anyone who's going to be able to give them any information.
Oklahoma Republican James Langford says the children are being tracked.
Yes, we know where every single child is.
A new CBS News poll shows 48% of all people believe it's a high priority to reunify families. Hanadoba, CBS News.
Now, Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer says President Trump should appoint a czar to oversee the multiple agencies involved with illegal immigrants. The Departments of Justice, Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, and Defense all play a role.
6:31 now. Meteorologist Matt Elwell joins us. I just stepped outside on the patio a little bit ago. Gorgeous out there right now. It's really nice. You mentioned a little muggy. It does have a little heaviness to the, but not bad.
No. And I don't think that's going to be a real overbearing effect. I just think that you're going to step outside as the temperatures warm up and you're going to go, huh.
We haven't had that yet.
Yeah, right. Temperatures today will be warming up nicely. The morning is fantastic. Maybe a light jacket if you're going to spend some time outdoors early on. But man, it is going to warm up in a hurry. There is a chance of some thunder showers as you head toward the evening hours. I think it's a very slight chance for most of us. A passing shower, a thunderstorm, maybe a rumble of thunder, and then things are going to clear out very quickly. The daytime hours are going to be awesome. Daytime highs into the mid-80s for Bozeman, low 80s in Butte, likely to deal with more sunshine than not for most of the area. There's the sneak peek. A chance of thunder showers today. A bit of a cool down coming. We'll talk more about your complete forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Just ahead of 6:33, here's a look at some Treasure State headlines. In Missoula, 2 men are in the hospital after being shot last night at Sentinel High School campus. Missoula Assistant Police Chief Scott Hoffman says officers were called to the scene shortly after 6:30 following reports of shots fired in the area. Hoffman says officers arrived at the school, found the 2 men had been shot. Both of the victims were taken to a local hospital where they underwent surgery. No word on their condition. Authorities report that the victims were shot by a male who fled the scene. Perimeter had been set up as far west as Russell Street so that officers could search the area for a suspect and for a weapon.
And tonight, Bozeman will finish the fiscal year 2019 budget with a discussion and a final review. Commissioners have been through a long process analyzing the city manager's recommended budget. Andrea Surratt believes the city needs to add 11 new positions to keep up with population growth. Commissioners and Mayor Cindy Andrus will decide whether or not to approve the largest budget to date, which comes in at around $118 million. That expense would increase property taxes for the average homeowner by a little bit more than $4 a year.
And when we get to this point, we feel like we have an understanding of all the needs of the departments, the wishes of the commission, and the expectations of that taxpayers have about how much their tax bill will be this year. And I feel like we're in a really good place.
Now, the recommended budget is around $12 million more than last year. And staying in city news for a moment, the conversation over who will pay for last year's road repairs continues. MTN's Medeiros Babb finds out why Gallatin County doesn't believe it should pay close to $1 million for road construction near the county regional park.
I think this is an important item for all of our taxpayers, city taxpayers, county taxpayers, and I'm hoping that we can come to a resolution.
Last year, Bozeman made road repairs to West Oak Street and North Ferguson Avenue, costing a little over $2 million. These roads are located right in front of Gallatin County Regional Park, which is why the city is asking the county to pay for half.
And it's pretty obviously that not half of the traffic on that street goes to the regional park.
But the city sees it differently.
We're all county residents, and I'm not sure why they're not helping county residents be safer, commute faster, and frankly have access to the park.
Gallatin County signed a waiver to protest helping pay for road repairs surrounding the park in 2003. However, county commissioners say that they can protest if the funding process was done illegally.
What we're concerned about right now is some of the legalities with the project they did. It appears that it was over a $2 million project that was unbid. State statute is pretty clear that the projects of that size need to be bid and awarded to the lowest bidder. We have some concerns about the way the county is assessed in the SID and what the benefits to the regional park and to the county actually are.
Look, in my opinion, it's just the reverse. The people that are within this jurisdiction, the residents of the city of Bozeman that are also county residents, are getting very little benefit from their county government. That's really what's happening here.
The city and county plan to sit down to work out the funding negotiations later this summer. In Bozeman, Medeiros Babb, MTN News.
Now, Medeiros mentions commissioners will have to work things out before Labor Day in order to send the correct property taxes out later this year.
More Treasure State headlines. Lewis and Clark County leaders say the federal government has agreed to expand a grant for flood mitigation projects in the Helena Valley. County engineer Dan Carlin says the confirmation was received by phone. The notice says FEMA will provide about $1 million additional, though the official paperwork has not yet arrived. County previously received a FEMA grant to work on redirecting stormwater into a gravel pit at the Helena Trap Cub. The additional money will allow the county to add new culverts and regrade ditches along Sierra Road. County will have to provide 25% match for the money. It will come from a $100 assessment on properties in the flood mitigation district that commissioners created last year. Carlin says he's hopeful the additional improvements can be finished by spring. Also going to the Sun Road in Glacier National Park open to the public Saturday morning. The entire 50-mile length of the road open to all vehicle travel. Logan Pass Visitor Center open from 9 o'clock in the morning till 7 p.m. daily through September 3rd. Now starting on July 1st, the summer shuttle system will begin running from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. While driving along the road, though, the park does caution visitors to be aware of possible rockfall. In other areas of the park, some road work will also be ongoing, including repairs to Bowman Lake Road in the North Fork area.
And Bozeman's Children's Museum hosted a Women in Engineering Day to celebrate women in the community on Saturday. The event featured 8 women, who are either all engineers or scientists. There was an earthquake display to demonstrate the problems engineers face when building structures. Other stations focused on electricity and how to use Play-Doh to transfer electric currents. All the activities throughout the day were to encourage young girls to find their passion and follow it.
And so we don't have very many women going into engineering. It's problem solving. Women are good at problem solving. So it's just a matter of learning the technical backbone so that you can use the laws of physics in your favor.
Now, the museum hopes that the hands-on activities will encourage girls to set lifelong goals.
Love
Pretty
that.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Great program.
It is time for a quick break. Stay with us. Coming up in just a moment, we head under the big sky, and today sharing more of the story behind Enel's sports bras. But first, a preview of what's to come on Montana This Morning.
Competitors are paddling to victory. I'm Medeiros Babb, and coming up, I take you to the Gallatin Whitewater Festival.
Ahead on CBS This Morning, we're in Northern California where wildfires are forcing hundreds from their homes and firefighters are battling flames growing out of control. Plus, we'll look into the effort to reunite more than 2,000 families separated at the border, why some say the process is not working very well. And Silicon Valley is known for computer chips, but baby chicks? How high-tech workers are building chicken coops to disconnect. See you at 7.